And hey there, Justice 3 Gaming. Welcome back to another daily dose of gaming with me. And it is an unlock day for the character Dazzler, who belongs to the Unlimited X-Men, one of the first like dedicated new characters coming to the game for the Crucible. I am planning on using them as my first Crucible defense. A lot of their kits, after scanning them as they entered the game, really feel great for like reusability for every fight that comes through. And so today is Dazzler's unlock. So for those of you who aren't familiar with my unlock streams, I'm going to go through red stars first. I'm going to go through their shards next. And as I build the character, I will study their kits as I go through to try to further, decide their value as I move through them. I do scan these characters as they come into the game, but I don't try to remember or, purposely memorize anything in their kits, because I love just kind of discovering the character as I unlock it. So first and foremost, don't forget to follow me right here on Twitch, or if you're a bigger fan of YouTube, head on over there, like this video, please subscribe right now and turn on notifications so that way you can see all the unlocks as they come out, so you can check out these characters. I do demos at the end of this, trying to pair new characters with their other teammates or a proper team to just see their cool animations and see if they work well with the other members of their respective teams as they come in. Now, I will tell you, even though I don't find this character all that aesthetically pleasing to look at. Now, I'm very familiar with Dazzler. I was a big fan of her when arcades were still a big thing, and you're going in there and you had your Marvel games, fighting games, combat games in there, and Dazzler was always one of the ones that, like, when you're walking by in the arcade, you see her fighting somebody like Wolverine or whatnot. And this character design is quite a bit different than what I'm familiar with, and it's okay. I do like it, but I am gonna tell you that this model is very, very sound. There's one major flaw I just don't agree with. I love this model. It's very fun, but I don't think it fits her character profile too well. When I picture a character like this, and if you're going to be using something like roller skates and you're going to be more of like, a disco type character, I think, your quads, your glutes, they're going to be a little bit thicker. And when I first glance at this character, she's very broad shoulders, got some good thickness to her arms, and seems more like a gymnast body. But in terms of comics, this seems like the kind of model that should like belong to somebody like Captain Marvel, I think. But overall, this is a really good sculpt. I love the pink fade that goes into her blonde hair in the back here. Lots of great hair back here. Gives her a really nice quality to her character. I like it. Like I was saying before, booty score I would say is about a 2. Luke Cage's booty is the bottom level right there. So there's where I'm going to be gauging my lowest. And this is okay. For a character like this one, she's probably going to be moving quite a bit if you're going to plan on using this character manually. So it'll be pretty pleasing to watch as she's out there moving on the field. The one major flaw to this model, which really ruins it, I think, is this chest plate. Now, sexualizing characters for, like, let's say comic books and whatnot is a good thing, because that's what comic books actually are. And once you get over that fact that that's happening and that's supposed to be happening, you're probably going to have a lot more better time with your content than anything. If you don't, you can always go somewhere else if it really offends you. This kind of thing right here, though, bothers me a lot, just as an artist, 3D artist, or even a graphic one. Her cleavage clearly is supposed to be here, which isn't a huge deal, but if you're going to make it a part of the character model, do a good job of it. And here, they're kind of finessing this model a little bit. This feels like this chest piece is the low res part of a model that they're probably slicing in to make it easier to design the rest of the character. And this one almost seems like it might belong to the new A-Force member Spider-Woman, because there's a flat end part of the character that's right here in her breast. and doesn't quite fit with the texture that's trying to create a subtle line of cleavage right here, but it doesn't work. But that's not even the bad part. Even though it's very off-putting, because the glow that's happening right here is just weird to look at. But once you see in her her skate animation right here, they baked in the shadow for the disco ball right into her breastplate, and that sucks, because once I see her moving around like this, it just looks like she's got a hole in her chest. Now, does this matter to the game? No, not really, because when she's out there on the field, especially if you have manual control, you're not really going to see that at all. Even if she's on the defensive side of things and you're fighting her, she could be moving way too fast for you to even really care. But like I was saying before, if you're gonna do it, you got to go all the way and just get it done. So overall, this is a really cool looking character. I don't think she fits the unlimited X-Men aesthetic all that well, but it is what it is at this point. Let's dive into this build and get things done. I hope you like the screen in the back. I put that there so you guys can get a close-up look at some of the shards that are there. Now, in terms of characters, like, you have to scan the kits before you start pulling stuff, because you don't really know how to assign value to your red stars or your elites real quick. Now, out of all the unlimited X-Men, she's got a lot of cool stuff in here that relates to barrier, I believe, and let's see here, this is not one of them. Yes, that's it right there. And here's the grammar right here. 10% of this character's max health. So of the characters that are right here, in terms of sustain, she's really going to benefit from having high red star power, because those percentages jump everything pretty high, especially when you get into the 6 or 7 range. Now, I will tell you, habitually, anytime that I determine a character like this, I always crap out on my red stars. So I'm looking forward to the disappointment already. But for my recommendation, if you're gonna do, you're gonna go for the high red stars here, you got to switch your red star strategy and make sure that you're pulling the big stuff first. But I am going to be going with a build one, use one strategy on this one, but I'm going to start with my Elite 5s. Now, I have maxed my Dark Promotion credits, and so I am free to use the regular red orbs, but that's like, break the glass in case things all fall apart kind of thing. And I'm just going to let those build up over time, so that when Rogue comes in, I'll more than likely purchase those red stars for her character and just start building the Dark Promotion credits up again. But that requires plenty of red orb use outside of a character unlock, because you're going to get that bump in percentage on the drop. All right, so we got plenty of 5s to use here. I don't think I even have anything close to a 6. And you need 2,500? That's pretty much no, you need 5,000. How come the 6s are 5,000 and then you get down to the 7s, 2,500? I understand they're more rare. Man, that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. All right, so I am gonna, this is the one character in the team that I really want high red stars for. So my plan is to walk away at anything 5 or above, but I'll keep moving forward on my pulls until I get that. This is dangerous because, the odds are not in your favor. So even with the 15% boost on all the categories, it's not a guarantee. But you got to treat each one of these categories exactly the same. It's all blind. They all get the same percentage. You just got to determine what the value of the red stars is for this character that you have. And for me, because she has a lot of things that are great in her kit that are dependent on, like, let's say her HP percentage, she's going to benefit greatly, and so will the team if I have a higher red star count. I do have a little bit of a paranoia thing. I like seeing her profile here. Now, here's another thing. I pay attention to my Alliance chat a lot, and so when it's on and I see my Alliance mates are pulling, 6 or 7 red stars for a particular character, it gives me more confidence, and that way I don't lose my mind if I completely fail out my pulls. Okay, so there they are. Waste no time. Let's see what we can do about this. 5 goblin. Gonna be collecting those. We don't have a lot of these poles. I hope I don't go through the whole thing. No, every time, like I say, I need a high red star, for a character. This category just, whenever I try to get that character with red stars, it just dumps out. And I feel like they planned that. But I'm not gonna dive into deep conspiracy theories. Oh, there she is. That's really nice. Okay, cool. And we got 1 to spare, so that's all right. That means we don't gotta dive into the 4s at all. Although I think I'll pull some to build another 5 for Gambit. No, that's stupid. That's stupid. Why would I do that? Because I could just use the 4s just in case to get another 5 on his character release day. I am close to trying for that 6 though. I mean, I have a lot of 5s, so that means every time I'm pulling, it's like 600 credits towards that 6. So if I can, oh man, if I can create, that's a big iffy. That's a risk. I'll go down to 10 on these orbs. Okay. It was worth it. Oh, okay. So, yeah, that happened. I mean, getting a really high gold off of, a lower, like, if, like I did there, I dipped into the lower end ones. That's a really good feeling. I like that. All right, let's jump into these shards. Let's see how deeply we can get into this character. I tell you what, all my luck has to be absolutely gone. I dropped 2, I kid you not, I dropped 2 180s on Fantomex. My luck is gone. There's just no way anything like this is gonna happen. Yeah, dude, like, Shark, that happens, man. And usually I predicted that was gonna happen to me on this one. Anytime I ever have a character here that I'm like, oh, I really need red stars for this particular character, because I look at the rest of the team and they're like, ooh, I need this one. That's when I bottom out. I'm rebuilding from one of those moments. My collection of red stars and elites and stuff, anyway, that's what I mean. All right, let's see what we can get here. I want to see some violet. 6 is bottom level. I gotta pay attention to colors, by the way. One of you guys mentioned to me on YouTube that I didn't see that. Yeah, dude, I kid you not, 2 180s on Fantomex. I mean, he's almost done already. Like, it's crazy. I literally peed. Like, look at that. That. I mean, I don't really like his character all that much, but once the whole team is here, I think he'll work a lot better. It's just the way it is. He'll be one of those, like, synergy dependent characters. What am I doing? Oh yeah, shards. Oh, I could have just could have gone for that menu. All right, let's get back in there. 12 is nice. I'd like to see one Violet. I mean, as value goes, when you're talking about how much these offers cost, it's absolutely ridiculous. Overpriced. I'm pretty sure organized crime is laundering money through this game, but I'm not gonna judge. Don't hurt me. And it would just be kind of cool to get a Violet. I mean, I hope he works really, really well. I do plan on using Ultimate X-Men as like my first great Crucible defense team. Now, for me, that's my love in this game is creating that big defense, because it allows me to focus on builds for other characters through modes like Raid. But 20 is nice. And so, you know, now developing defenses, creating defenses in Crucible is really, really awesome. Because one, you're not even, there's none of that like alliance pressure of, you know, having so many good teams to take out certain targets all the time. And you really can just use those teams in Crucible. And it feels fair, even though I don't do really well. Ooh, there's the Violet. Like, I don't do like super well, but I like the idea that they, you know, offensively, people only get 3 shots at you. If they can't pull it off in 3, they're done. And that changes the whole tactical thinking of how you will design a team for a particular area in your defense. And I like that, because it adds another level of strategy to the game that you can think about. Right now, my biggest issue in Crucible is Dormammu, man. He is a wall. At my current TCP, I am coming up against these guys who all just I don't know how they're getting into Dark Dimension 5 so fast, but they're just trashing it. They got these red frames. It's very intimidating. Like, I'll show you the Crucible selections like right now. Like, they're all red framed, man. I mean, except for probably this guy, this Commander guy. I haven't gotten him up against Commander yet, but depending on what's in their like defensive line, he may just not change his profile. I like it, but we're all in like that range of TCP, so it's interesting to see who's using what as we're moving through. But yeah, man, that like I look at this list, I'm like, oh man, this can be. I thought I was never gonna win anything in Crucible, but I'm not doing too bad. It's not terrible. And what's really, really good about it is that the rewards aren't super different from one another, which is cool. So you could focus on just playing well and not worry about it too much. I wonder too, I'm very curious, if I wanted to take manual control of the unlimited X-Men, would I be able to do really well? Now here's the really, really, really scary part, guys. Dormammu gets fed into the 5th slot for certain mutant teams, and they become ridiculous. Like, I think there's this combo that I see some guys using up here, which is like this astonishing X-Men, and they slot in Dormammu, and it makes taking that team impossible almost. It's like they're rewinding their health or shields or something. Like, no, they don't do shields, but like Beast's just moving. They're just moving so fast, and I can't even get one of them to the point where I can at least use up that you know, that revive. I mean, there's gonna be a team or character like Black Bolt, you know, where like if you kill somebody, like I need a good Black Bolt, honestly. And I've never touched the man. Like, I got him barely done. I'm not an offensive guy, so I've never really felt the need to do Inhumans all that well, but geez. Now this, when her star count matches up, this is gonna make Ultimate X-Men insanely sustainable, like to a frustrating way. Wakanda, really like Wakanda right now. I am looking forward to like making room to develop that team. Wait, what? Get the... What? Is it one of her is it one of her abilities? Reduces speed bar for all targets with immunity by 35%. That's huge. Man, I might use this as an offensive team. Read the kit. Yeah, I'm going through it like now. I'm just trying to figure out where that happens. It's got to be passive, right? Lower damage by 15% for all enemies. What? I've been sleeping on reading through these guys' kits. Holy shite. That's a huge weapon right there. Is it on her specific? Oh. Oh, so it's her ultimate. Ooh. And this is 4. That's a 6 charger, but with, you know, with everything that's moving on this team so far, that could be a decent. How could you turn that around on teams though that Dormammu is a part of fast enough to do that more than once? I suppose you could collapse an entire team by one key character, like an Icarus or something. Okay, let's get back to the build. We're getting on some huge tangents here. Let's see what kind of garbage achievement I just got. Oh yay, I got 36 mutant characters. They gave me 20 power cores. Alright, back to the build. Because I haven't completely studied Dazzler's kit. I just got the basic idea. So let's get her up to 45. I usually do this in steps, so I don't waste my resources. Again, out of sheer luck, I don't usually get enough resources to be able to get a character all the way up to where they need to be. Usually takes about 7 days to do that, and I'm just fortunate enough to be able to get there this time around. Now, ultimately, I think by looking at the kits and knowing that this character has a crit thing on it, I do want to go Raider. Yeah, I know, and I'm not entirely sure why they're... I mean, that's a longevity thing, you know? That's the... If you're not rewarding the veteran players, you know, well enough, all you're really working towards, which is probably a part of their marketing on those rewards, where they could just, you know, set and forget, is that they just want to cycle new players in and you keep them around, you know, probably until alliances become a little bit difficult to deal with, probably trying to keep players in game up to level 60 or so, and after that they just don't care. They just want to keep cycling people through. I love the game for what it is, and that's why I keep playing. That's why I've been here since practically the beginning. Alright, let's start doing this. I'm going to start with passive. Alright, what do we start with? In Crucible, on spawn, bury yourself and all unlimited XMEN allies for 15% of this character's max health, gain 10% focus. With that 6 red stars, that's going to be a huge boost to the whole team. Love it. On blind, clear all blind from self and all X-Men allies. Well, when would that be a problem? Maybe if someone's coming up against you with a Young Avengers, maybe. But yeah. A lot of bonuses are lost though in Crucible, so it's hard to say who. I mean, Mordo would be a thing. Jubilee. Welcome. 50%. Okay, I'm getting. Holy shite! Level another 15% barrier, and she's getting speed bar. There's that focus I needed for. That's one of those things that makes Fantomex better. Is this focus? Like $7,000 is sort of like the line that you're looking for to make it like okay. But you know, the closer you get to $10,000 or more, the more effective your characters will be in the future as they get closer and closer to being maxed. Wow, that's gonna be a great passive. I have saved up a whole bunch of T-Force for this character, so I should be able to do that. All right, start at the top on this basic. Now, I did pull her basic up because one of the most important things that you could do when trying to predetermine what your ISOs are going to be is this. If you head over onto MSF.gg, this is going to give you tons and tons of game info, as well as a way to be able to meet up with your alliance, develop teams, save them, all that good stuff. I particularly use it to understand assist and counter info. It's probably one of the more elusive parts of the game to actually get to know, and this will actually let you know where you want to start heading with your ISOs, because assist and counter info is going to tell you a lot about the team. Now, first of all, do your characters have a synergy that allows them to assist and counter a lot? Or maybe you got one character that's going to counter a lot, or has like Captain America Sam is a great example of a character that I use as a skirmisher. Every time he counters, he's putting down another vulnerability, and a lot of the really cool stuff is going to happen right here on the assist and counter info. So in Crucible, she's going to flip defense up on the primary target. If I went striker, I mean, that's cool to get a little extra damage off of it with the additional attack. I don't see it being that useful though. That's kind of like the thing that you just want to happen if you're going to be using this basic. Based on the charges for the rest of the kit, you'll probably be using basic a decent amount on this one, so it could be useful to understanding that, but I don't see how defense up is going to help with this particular character. Characters like Black Suit Spider-Man, huge benefit, because they're going to rebound, and they're going to they could triple tap that defense down pretty bad. Attack the primary target between that's basic stuff. Get the offense down. That's really great, but coming back with an additional attack on top of that vulnerability, not as useful as you'd think. I mean, after the first one's done, you're dependent on that character to attack you to begin with, so not helpful. In Crucible, on crit, blind to the primary target. This is really awesome, especially if when I start really studying the entire team package, if I understand that they will be assisting each other quite a bit, or maybe I can slot in a fifth character that is responsible for a lot more counters or the ability to help assist on this team. This could be pretty useful, but that points more towards me thinking about doing Raider than anything. And I think that's pretty much what I'm going to be sticking to. I'm going to slide that away real quick. Alright. 30% damage in Crucible. On crit, 50% chance to blind the primary target. I thought blind was a part of the original. Oh, not until... Okay, I understand. Okay. It had to be in there first for it to work. 50% chance is kind of crappy. But the guarantee comes with the level 7. Alright, Dancing Queen, our special. We got a 6 charge, but it comes fully charged. So that's something to take into account. Ooh, what's your speed? Speed's 99. They're trying to have her hang back for some reason. You shouldn't get Hulk shards at 700 days. Yeah, although I'm praying sorta, you know, to the game gods and, you know, Scopely and Marvel Strike Force there that I get an Agents of Shield, not Agents of Smash team. I think that would be amazing. And if they're not War Defense, I'll quit. I mean, not War Defense, War Offense. That would be amazing. Although Thunderbolts would make a cool, like, War Offense. But I think they would be kind of cool, probably more offensively in Crucible. Okay, tangent. Wipe it away. Wipe it away. Now this comes fully charged. Now 99. Fantomex is 125, I believe. So they're gonna allow him. No, he's 95. Why was I thinking 125? Maybe I was thinking of A-Force's kit for some reason. So we got 95, 99. She's gonna go, obviously, before Fantomex. I mean, that's... You gotta think of it in terms of typical turn order, not what's actually gonna happen, because depending on what the passives are for the other team and your whole team, speed can change pretty dramatically, like Web Warriors does. So she's behind Fantomex. So, and this comes fully charged. This is going to protect the team right away. More than likely on auto, this is what's going to pop. And she's blinding on this, on that power. Wow, combined another blind on the basic. Ooh, speed bar reduction. I have a like sick feeling in my stomach that they're gonna try mixing the Wrecking Crew with like She-Hulk in some way. Like I'm predicting, like, because of her show coming out soon, like some weird team like A-Force where they're gonna be like She-Hulk, Professor Hulk. I believe I saw Titania, cool character, but that's Wrecking Crew stuff. That would make a more than cool, like, War Defense, just in, you know, transition from comics to the game. All right, in Crucible, apply regeneration to self and all unlimited XMEN allies. Ooh. Oh my God, there's more barrier. Wait, what? You're getting 10% right here. And our 20, where is the, wow, that is so much barrier. All right, here we go. Another fully charged one, which means this team will work. I mean, just in this one character, it really tells me that this team's going to be great on both sides of how you want to use this team. So it makes them high value. In Crucible, flip all negative effects to positive effects instead. Yeah, that could be a problem for those characters trying to get in there. I probably want to put the, if I was going to use this team, I'd probably want to put them in. So cosmic teams are some of the most powerful teams in the game, like bursty teams. And some of them use some pretty crazy negative statuses. Putting this team in somewhere like where it protects them in the cosmic section probably would be a great spot. Ooh, ability block. One, I'm gonna say it, the greatest debuff that you could possibly have in the game. You can collapse an entire team with just one ability block. 1,000 focus. Guess what? No skirmisher. When you get manipulators like that, especially since she's also boosting focus for the entire team. Keep an eye on your character's focus, but that's going to be an indicator that skirmishers slowly becoming more obsolete for this particular team. All right, let's bump that up to 55. I like doing this step process specifically because it gets me more familiar with the kit. And that's the best part of playing, especially a strategy game. You're learning your characters. You're thinking of strategies that you're using the characters for. And I'm not just sitting here, jumping into gameplay for you and just going nonstop. This is the great part about the game and any characters that you get in. All right, in Crucible, flip defense up on the primary target, 50% extra damage. That's pretty cool. Yeah, right away, for anybody that is going to be on spawn, probably taunt, they're probably going to have a defense up also, especially if they're using barrier. In Crucible, on crit, always apply blind. That's a good one, obviously. I mean, I'm going to try to max her kit, but I need like 40 more. No, 50. I think it's 860s to max a kit. Most kits, yeah. Oops, I forgot to... Alright, what are we getting? 50% primary target in Crucible, and that's the regeneration, okay. I am getting 50% damage to all enemies. Battlefield-wide damage is always pretty awesome. It's even better if you got somebody there that can capitalize on it, like Black Bolt does with, another big hit for any percentage underneath a certain level. 50% damage to all enemies. Flip 2 negative effects to positive effects itself and all of them. That's pretty awesome. Oh, I don't have that yet. All right, 50% max is spell. Jesus, more barrier. And that's the on-spawn thing that they're stacking on, right? So you're gonna get the 30% of barrier to that. That's a huge defensive move. Huge. You probably would have to try to go in on this team with some type of bleed, because bleed will work underneath that barrier. Sooner or later, they're going to do something about barrier. Like I've seen evidence of it so far, like with a character, Wong. He ignores like defense up, which means they're setting the game up to have certain characters that can just completely ignore a part of the game. And barrier might be one of those sooner or later. I mean, bleed already sort of does that, so maybe it could... what would be really cool is if it's a barrier character and you need bleed to get that damage moving on that character or team, that it would actually boost the underneath damage of a bleed on that character's turn per stack of bleed. That would be cool. Could get a little broken, and I think that's the danger. Alright, so another 15%. When an ally gains a negative status effect, fill this character's speed bar by 5%. Oh, speed bar manipulation, the most powerful category you could possibly change. And this team already has it's getting salt and peppered with a lot of speed bar manipulation. Alright, what are we getting on this one? 20% of this character's max health is barrier. They really did a good job trying to balance out the charges to the barrier that this character is giving out. And not making it completely crazy. Although, I gotta tell you, it's probably why they changed Rogue's special. I don't think that was a mistake. I think they did more testing and was like, ooh, when Rogue comes in, this team's gonna be a little broken. We need to change that. Let's just give the excuse that it was a mistake. Because you could do anything. as a developer when you hide everything under percentages and stuff, or posts online. You just blame it on human error and you can do whatever you want. Alright, Showstopper. This is the one that'll be used more. Her alt will be used more often than their special. Yeah. But it'll offset to the point where it could be difficult to deal with if you're fighting them. Alright, 50% all damage. Flip 2 negative effects on positive on self and all. That's awesome. Yes, I just read that. Ooh, 100% boost in damage here. Ooh. That alone is going to make that extra red star pop. Alright, I am only going to go to 13 on any of the unlimited X-Men characters that are coming in, because I do want to prioritize Rogue overall, and Weapon X really put a dent in the resources for mutants right now, so crazy. And I have no idea if they're going to be adding a new, like, master material for Rogue, like they did with Morgan Le Fay. I gotta be very conscious of what I'm doing. When I'm clicking this thing, it takes so long to get through this. I tend to go on autopilot for like 30 seconds. And I'll just keep clicking. And that wastes materials. I did that with Magneto. It's one of the reasons why his gear is so high at this point. Okay, we're done studying the no. Yeah, we're done studying the major parts of the club. Let's just go. All right, so I do. Okay, that's all the way there. Let's push that to 13. That way we can check out power levels. Now, if any of the material slots are purple, I'm gonna do those. It's usually just one or two. Sometimes you see crazy stuff like blue. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone now. I'm definitely picking up this speed bar right here and focus. All right, so let's see here. What is the most useful right now? This is protective after the fact, but it's got really good, excuse me, it's got really good damage on it. I think I'm gonna prioritize Dancing Queen because that gives everybody protection. Now, once those two things drop, then it's the basic that's going to be taking over, but I don't think there's anything huge that I need. I do need to see that. What I'm trying to judge here is like, that is self-explanatory. Once I get that, that's 100% damage. I don't need to see that happen. What I do need to see happen when I'm testing this character is that blind. Oh, crap. I gotta be in Crucible for that. And I already did my Crucible stuff. Ah! I mean, I'll probably have this whole kit done by tomorrow. All I need, what do I need? Let's get the big one and see what's left. My gorilla math is just off right now. I need 30 more. I think we're done with the milestones. Are we in the big one? Yes, we can definitely do it. We can get back into demo. Okay, After Doom, I should be able to do that. Actually, War would probably get me all the way there. All right, let's get her on a team. Right now, Fantomex is rocking a spot with A-Force. Because I like practicing with the new teams, I need to get to learn them, so now I got an additional unlimited XMEN to work with. Now this is only going to give me a nice idea of their work on the field, because Crucible is the only place that I'm really going to see this team pop. Alright, let's get Cat back in there. That's who I'm using as a 5th for A-Force. Where's the Avenger saying? Oh. Alright, let's see here. Any teams that I can currently... I could take up 2 spots on this Ultron team. I don't think they have any like mutant stuff to take advantage of, so... Ooh. That's an idea. Mixing Wakanda. That would be a 2nd taunt. Ooh. This could be interesting. Because they're all Crucible characters. You know, I could probably use this one tomorrow when Crucible resets. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking in my head right now, like, who do I take out of Wakanda to make this team good? Alright, so unlimited X-Men. Alright, let's get her back there. Let's check position. Now this could be a Dormammu team, theoretically. Like, if they were all maxed. My Wakandan team is underdeveloped, so I can't depend on that. But thanks so much for letting me know that Okoye has that revive thing. I have no idea how I did not keep that into the back of my mind this entire time, but it is what it is sometimes. Oh, I forgot to do her, I gotta do her ISO. I'm definitely gonna go with Raider, given the fact that her basic, in between her alt and special, she will be using her basic probably at least twice before getting enough energy to do something else. So that's 2 blinds. That's pretty useful, and given that she does have another blind on another part of her kit, it could be pretty useful. I'm gonna keep them right there. I usually like stacking based on power. Let's get back to her character. We gotta get her skirt. I believe I saved up enough to do a class 3 blue. What's her kit is all attacks, right? Basic is an attack. Even the barrier one attacks the whole field. What's that special do again? Alright, that still does attacks. That applies blind. What's her focus? Focus is at 9,000. That's not bad at this level of her development. Makes me wonder about the viability, but until she gets 7 stars, that'll probably be somewhere around 15. So you know what we can do? One of the beauties of MSF.gg is you can make that prediction for yourself based on what you have. So gear and stats. Let's stretch this out for you guys. I have 6 red stars. Let's say I go for the full 7. I go blue, level 3 minimum. Star Tech, of course. Level, of course. We just did that. And we're going to go for Raider. We'll recalculate. 178,000. And let's check her focus. That goes... Jesus. That jumps to 22,000. That's pretty awesome. I think she's good. So that means I think Raider is a good fit, although would I want... No, nothing in her basic, the assist counter info really makes sense to me. Adding a little bit more damage to this character could be useful. Healing would be nice, but is it necessary? I don't think there is any healing on this team, is there? That could be a problem. That would make this more primarily offensive. But that barrier keeps popping up, and it almost kind of replaces the idea of healing. Yeah, so ability block. She's this weird kind of controller. Yeah, more barrier, more barrier. Does anybody heal? Evade, on turn, heal for 20% of this character's max health. Alright, he heals himself. Now, I am in the mindset of a defense team right now. Heals himself. I knew that just based on his character. He's weapon 13. He has a healing factor. Well, I mean, they could do anything in the game, though. Gambit, do you do anything for this? Just a lot of evasions, right? Drain. Well, he has stealth, though. He'll gain evade. He'll be really hard to hit. He got speed bar manipulation for himself. It's kind of crazy. On crit, apply evade to all unlimited X-Men allies. Damn, you'd have to go after this team with like Dark Hunters or something. But they're not cities, so there's no huge. Well, that's in war. But with Elsa Bloodstone, you could probably take advantage of those evasions. Do a lot of damage with very little effort. But what I'm trying to suss out right now is there's no real sustain happening here. Disrupted, flipping, nobody's healing. I mean, with enough evasions and barrier, I mean, I suppose it doesn't matter, but even if you added a tiny bit of healing to this team, it would heal underneath evades and barrier. And now I'm starting to think switching my thoughts between healer and raider for Dazzler, because even if she just had a tiny bit of healing, this team would be crazy to take down. I mean, she's already got a blind on this special. She's got speed bar manipulation, which makes her turn pop up more often. She's a speed healer. Yeah, I know that's speed bar. Where's the big one where she's giving herself? Okay, look. We're dealing with she's giving herself speed every turn. Gambit's doing the same thing, but he's providing evasions for the entire team. He could be a healer, but I need to keep damage pretty high. Dazzler's at 90, 95, 99, 99 for speed. So she goes before Fantomex. If she's getting speed bar, her speed here doesn't matter because she's getting speed bar, not per turn speed bar. And Gambit, stealth, immunity, clear defense, and he's draining, so he'll be kind of like just healing himself. While this character has evade, gain 20%, 25% crit chance and 25% crit damage for self and all. The crit for the entire group goes up. I mean, that's pretty cool, but if I want this team to stay as long as possible, I mean, with the evades and things like that, I don't know what Rogue does passively. I think I gotta break my rule. Because I don't want to waste resources. I mean, ultimately, that's what we all want. She's not on the list yet? You're gonna make me go to the website? Of course you are. I'd probably try to put blinders on. A game... I'm never on this site that much. Okay, where is she? There she is. You better put a Georgia Peach on this woman. I'm telling you right now. This Southern Belle deserves it. She needs it. Just had to put that out there. Defense up, safeguard, heals herself, defense up, gain taunt. I mean, healing herself, gaining taunt, that's pretty powerful. Max health, max damage, 10% per unlimited XMEN ally. They all get 10% drain. Would 10% drain be enough? I mean, the trade-off is pretty classic. If I go Raider, I'm almost guaranteed to be hitting extremely hard and critting hard because of Gambit. And drain would be enough. You know what? They're all going to have constant barrier. One of the key tricks that I have been using since Invisible Woman is the ability to heal underneath the barrier, because they gotta get through that barrier to get to that health unless they're using tons and tons of bleed. But with a decent enough base damage. I think, you know, I think this is one of the first times that I think it's balanced enough to say you're gonna sustain a lot with just a singular character for like Dazzler if I went healer class, and you'd be able to heal each character, and she's got speed up, which consistently happens. But here's the thing, when Rogue comes, they're getting that 10% drain. Now you have a character who has 3 attacks to, you know, 0 non-attacks, who's going to be able to drain for every hit. Also, speed bar manipulation to herself. So she'll be moving faster, getting those turns turning over, and having a 3 and 0 kit makes her sustainable. And here's the weird part, is that it may make me rethink Fantomex's class to heal, but I think what I want to see is more damage. At 25% per, we're talking chance and overall damage. That's a ton of damage. Look at what Web Warriors is doing right now, especially like in Crucible. They have the speed and the crit chance and crit damage to just wipe entire teams out. But if you're smart and you know what you're doing, you can counter that pretty well. So a little bit of a catch-22, but I think I found my my ISO for Dazzler. I think I'm gonna go full crit until I see that I need an advantage, or there's some kind of hole in the game, or in the team, I should say. I don't think I got enough to get all the way there, but I get pretty close. Alright, so since that's a controller, next is Gambit, so that means I need to start collecting Blaster. I do this clock maneuver on here. It's, you know, it's health, armor, damage, and then I work on focus and resistance. Well, I guess I just severely underestimated my ability to get this class 3. But that means if I leave it alone and I just keep gaining stuff, I got 7 days. What was that number? Like 500,000? I'll try to hit 500,000 on the ions and then collect Blaster stuff until then. Alright, let's see how she does. Let's see here. The stats are pretty decent. Focus didn't do anything here. Just went a tiny bit up. Armors, Resistance, damage, okay for her current star level. And so is the HP. Alright, she's popping about 100 grand here. That's about average to 85. Alright. Let's see how they do. Am I at 8? Alright, we'll be able to see some good fights here. We're in the 5 range, I think. Probably a little bit higher now, though. Yeah, 603. Okay. That could be a good one. That's the softball that I usually look for. Alright, sim is off. I'm ready. Alright, now the first one, I'm gonna slow it down to 1 just so I can see the animations. Particularly just for her. So what do we got here? Primary target, apply blind, reduce speed bar. Ooh, I think I want to see that happen. Oh, he already pulled his taunt. Negative effects? None. Alright. Get an ability block, that's not gonna help. Attack all enemies. That's pretty cool, but I don't need that either. What I'm looking for is something to see. Offense down. I should get 2 big barriers here. It also reduces speed bar. Okay, I'll see that. Oh, I can hear the roller skate sound. That's pretty cool. It's almost like a flight sound. Now, is there anything here? For positive effect? Clear all defect and all evade from primary target. No. I gotta go for him though, because he's in the yellow. He can get real dangerous. Oh my god. They went spider punk, like a really like dramatic ult. That's pretty cool. I don't like the animation for the dance thing all that much, but it makes sense. Oh. Oh, I wonder if they can give She-Hulk her TV. That would be pretty cool. So much stealth. All right, this one. That's a flipper on self. Ability blocks their primary target. He already popped his ult, so I don't really gotta worry about that. Alright, let's do this one. I like that. That was cool. Alright, I'm speeding it up from now on. This I see a kill shot coming for Dazzler. I like this team. It's a good setup for Dazzler and Weapon 13. That's a good one. I think that might be more challenging though. Switch this over to the solo thing. Oh, this one I can see the flip for. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, that's working. Can you imagine a Sinister 6 reaction to that? For real. I did the dumbest thing possible against Rhino, which is using blind. So nothing huge in whiz bang right now. I definitely am gonna have to get into Crucible to really see anything substantial. This could be an interesting fight. Right now, in my head, I'm trying to remember what their kits do, and I use that flip on purpose. Looking for the blind, but I think that's only Crucible. She has a very particular look in her victory pose. Let me look at her basic again. I'm continually forgetting what she does. And what the blind is underneath. Alright, she can't flip that defense up unless she's in Crucible. Blind is a Crucible only thing, so really I'm only getting damage here outside of Crucible. Lowers her stock in terms of theorycraft, but still good for the character and the team. Alright, let's continue with some fights. I'll go to 100 on that energy. All my quick stuff is all done and everything, so I'm not in a huge rush on blitzing. I gotta say, like, I thought Doctor Strange was a pretty cool character, especially in the beginning. Like, compared to the quality of models that are coming into the game right now, he looks super cartoony in comparison. Just give me another taunt somewhere. I mean, in particular, Theorycraft, let's say you only had these two characters, man, this team's pretty solid, man. I mean, Shuri has turned into quite an awesome character as far as I'm concerned. And having these two others here that work well with her, like Okoye, especially now that I know that, you know, she has the ability to take down any revives on that one character through her ult, but still pretty awesome. And that she can chain her her debuffs across. That's amazing also. And given that Killmonger has his ult where it gets a crit at the end but works through the entire battlefield with his damage, that's amazing as well. And considering that he does have a defense up trigger which allows him to attack a target, that's even better between the three of them. And add in these two characters, who one does have a taunt, the other barriers, especially since he's going to be taunting, that's extremely useful. The Raider, I mean, for this obvious, this comp doesn't work extremely well here. Probably would serve better if I had like a healer on Dazzler and a striker on Fantomex, but their characters are going to be working with the unlimited XMEN to begin with. Who to put in for the 5th? How about we think about that in just a moment? I want to fight. I want to go till I get, I pop 100 on the energy. This could be difficult. Ooh, does she take down buffs? Clear a positive effect. Probably would have been better to just chain damage over. He had the defense up too. Ultron likes eating those. Speed bar. Plus healing. You're crazy. And the field is full. I am not going to do well here. I saw this coming. I just wanted to see it happen. Ultron is still one of my favorites. I love his drone. And if you threw Black Bolt into the Wakandan team, you got a pretty good anti-Dormammu team. All right, so let's start thinking about a fifth now. I mean, we got Gambit coming, and then we got to get through the Horseman's event to get Rogue. I'm hoping to be able to pick up Rogue, but it's always not a guarantee on certain modes, and there's certain things I will not do in this game to get ahead, so that limits me. I think Beast is the logical choice here if I want to go for a really good Crucible defense. Let's see what the list does with XMEN. Now, is Beast his passive on XMEN? That's why I was thinking Beast. He's gonna heal the most injured ally by 15%. That's really, really good. And I do believe his ult favors blasters and controllers. No, blasters, brawlers. So, Gambit and Fantomex. Apply speed up and regenerate ability energy for self and all support. And uncanny, astonishing, support. There is no support. They're all. What's Rogue? She's legendary, but like, do I still have that up? No, I don't. Nope. Nope. I thought I still had Marvel. No, I should probably just pull those up on a browser every time I'm streaming with you guys, because it seems like they're just great resources to look at things when you're trying to think about the game. Updates. And where are you, Rogue? Right there. Alright, let's zoom out. You are a XMEN, legendary, unlimited, global. I don't know what I was thinking here. Oh. She's a brawler. Right? No, she's a protector. Oh, that's why. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think this sells it as a Crucible defense right here. I mean, it quite literally says on Crucible defense in this kit. Like, if you got Rogue, how can you not use this team on Crucible defense? Seriously. So, I think, I mean, it's not, do I go for extreme damage or do I, no. Beast is the perfect choice. I mean, he'll speed himself up, which is great. I got him at 6 red stars. He'll get a defense up to all protector and controllers. I mean, he's got a, this ult is one of the best supporting ults in the game here. I mean, it's great. It's giving everything that it needs to all the top characters on that particular squad. And being that he's X-Men, he's going to get that per turn heal. This team is going to be very, very hard to take down with Beast on it. If you got a Dormammu, it's probably your best choice. I don't have him yet. But I'm curious. If I did this and I had Dormammu, would he make this team even better? Not really. Beast definitely makes them better overall. It's a full X-Men team. He'll be able to apply all his stuff that like that to that team. Yeah. I think we're done here. This is great. I was really super lucky. If you guys didn't see the polls for the red orbs, definitely stream back to the beginning of the video if you want to. Check that out. It's pretty exciting. Dazzler looks really good. This Ultimate X-Men team, I definitely I've been looking really forward to developing this team for a bit now, and I've gotten really good at being able to save resources between characters. I mean, they've definitely undercut my gold, but I'm not going to complain about it because I like being blind in certain areas of the game and not try to overthink everything. Because yes, this is a pseudo job for me, but at the same time, and for you, it should be about how much fun you're having. And for me, part of the fun is learning the characters, practicing with the teams, and really giving it my best shot every time I use an ability or knowing the teams that I'm developing. So there you have it. That's going to be it for today's stream. I am going to try to find someone to raid over. So if you do love watching Marvel Strike Force, that's where I'm going to try to head and check out who's on right now. Valley should be on right now. If you want to catch his channel, I'm going to raid his channel, and whoever else is out there, I might do that as well. Let's go ahead and set that up right now. But if you guys did have fun watching me build this team, don't forget to follow me right here on Twitch, or head on over to YouTube. I am streaming this one over here as well, if that's your cup of tea. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel right now if you haven't done so already, and turn on the notifications bell so you know when I'm uploading new unlocks. And I do speed runs quite often. I enjoy them. They're more of the relaxing part of the game. I'm not going to plan on doing one today unless it fits my fancy, but that's why you should turn on that notification so you know when I'm pulling up a stream just for you. Let us see. Her is streaming Marvel Strike Force currently. See if Valley's on right now. He's usually only around usually on around 10. Okay, so let's check things out. See who is streaming Marvel Strike Force, because we all love Marvel Strike Force. Let's stick to it. Oh, somebody's watching Stranger Things, I think. Never thought about doing that. Can I do that? Sweaty Nethers. Looks like a good channel. Oh, hey, Mobile Gamer's on. Wait, is he? No, he's not. Somebody's doing Sims 3. I am a big Extreme fan too, if you haven't figured it out yet. Sweaty Nethers looks like the winner for today, for today's raid. Blitzing on 3 accounts. Mature audiences. I think I got that warning too, actually. Alright, I am going to follow, because if I'm going to be here and I'm going to send a raid over, I might as well be following. Sweaty Nethers. Sweaty Nethers. What up, dog? Raid. Wait, it's just setting it up. Acting like I'm popping anything in there. Ready to raid. Raid now. It's like that trust fall. Ready to fall. Fall away. Oh, you guys left the raid. All right, I'm gonna lurk a little bit, but thank you guys so much for coming by. If you enjoy Marvel Strike Force, please continue watching my Twitch brother right here. and I will see you on the next one. Don't forget, rule number 1 of gaming is you go where the fun is. And that's what I've done here today. I wish you all passion, love, and gaming, and have a great weekend.